and welcome to another video here on YouTube. We are in an orc mirror against Jeremiah. You may have seen my other game against Jeremiah, where we tried to build out this YouTube guide of a pretty transferable orc strategy in any given situation. But Jeremiah, he changed things up a bit, didn't he? He went for a very early double barracks tower rush. Well, I should say very early double barracks headhunter cheese against me, and we had to adapt, didn't we? It nearly ruined the YouTube video, but we still went for it. Hopefully now there'll be a more normal style from Jeremiah so that we can play this request that you see written in the bottom right. Bento Box did everyone a favor by trying to ask for an over-explained game with one strategy that works in every situation. So, without further ado, I bring the Headhunter Bloodlust strategy with Farseer and Tauren Chieftain. The build order is altar first, into burrow, then fill up your gold mine with 5 in the gold mine. The next peon makes a lumber mill, and the next peon goes on lumber, as well as all the peons that finish making these buildings. Make a Farseer when the altar is finished, queue up another peon, and rally your peon to the left side of your Great Hall, and make a barracks. Take that peon that is still inside the barracks and put it next to your war mill. Go to make enough peons until you have 17 food out of 20. That's the amount of peons that you'll be going to tier 2 with, which is 5 in gold, 7 on lumber. That's the correct amount. Once you reach 160 gold, go ahead and make another burrow with one of the peons. We are now going to do some Farseer harassment without doing any creeping at all. And we're keeping our APM and our micro low on purpose in order to make this more reproducible for any would-be player. Keep in mind that you can start to hone your skills on W3champions.com. It's not only for fully try-hard competitive players, it's for anyone that is enjoying Warcraft 3. With a very easily installable launcher at W3champions.com. If you've only ever played on Battle.net, you play in EU or NA, I really recommend you to try it out. You can try to take your skills to the next level, maybe also trying this Headhunter build. Once your barracks finishes, queue up 2 Headhunters. And just kind of harass with your Farseer and Wolves. Often you'll sick them with your Wolves, you just put it on their hero, works in almost any matchup, and you run your Farseer away. You don't want to take a lot of damage. Now as you're harassing, about 10 seconds into it, you're going to have 190 lumber, and you should tech up with your Great Hall to a tier 2 building. To stronghold. If you hotkey your building, all the easier. So I press 4 and then I press U for upgrade. Meanwhile, keep up saving headhunters at home. My barracks is on control group 3, as you can see in my control group overview here. So every time I press 3 and then T, 3 and then T. Our goal, because we are saving up units at home, is actually, we don't have a big goal to creep up our Farseer. It's to buy time, it's to cause damage, it's to keep them busy. Our goal is 6 headhunters, which are, you can possibly creep your Farseer with them, but the biggest reason we're making them is to creep up our second hero. Orc is a race whose best unit is probably Headhunter. It's very versatile, it's very good stats. But mostly Orc relies on their heroes. And Tauren Chieftain is the best hero of all. At 26, at 25 or 27 food, you need to make a 3rd burrow. Now, in my ladder games, or my other pro games that you see on my YouTube, you will see me use Headhunters dynamically, aggressively using them in early pressure, but that requires more judgments, decisions, multitasking, and so on. At 29 food, add a Voodoo Lounge to your buildings, and I think I'm just gonna let my Farseer die. It's okay. He went boots. We can also just block and then go somewhere unexpected, I suppose. He's gonna think I go around the corner. And then I'm just gonna hide right here. Gonna put my headhunters behind here. He thinks I went around the corner to my main base. a little bit of hidey. Hidey-lidey-loo. Alright, that's basically the bread and butter of the early game. The headhunters stay safe.
We're under attack.
And then once you get to tier 2, you make a Taran Chieftain and a Spirit Lodge. No matter what you're doing at that time, excuse me, madame. No matter what you're doing at that time, if you're fighting someone, your hero is running, you're trying to kill someone, when you hear upgrade complete, please prioritize starting your Taran Chieftain and your Spirit Lodge immediately. This is the most important thing you can be doing in the game, more than killing one more peasant or something. So make sure that you get those timings down. Alright, we're gonna get Troll Regeneration at tier 2, Healing Self and Speed Scroll. Gonna heal up our Farseer when necessary. And we can take a look at, you know, what he's getting. We see 1 Bestiary, 2 Bestiary. 2 Bestiary means Mass Wyverns or Mass Raiders. It's either one of those. So against whatever race you are, and also when you're Orc, against double Bestiary, you need 2 things. Base defenses and anti-air. Because we don't know if it is Wyverns or if it is Raiders. Raiders are excellent at killing buildings. We're gonna go Endurance first or Stomp first. Usually Stomp first is best. Raiders are very good at killing buildings. We're now gonna make our Shaman. And we're gonna make another burrow. So as soon as you see double Bestiary and you are Orc and it's Orc Mirror, what you want to do is you want to get spiked barricades to hurt Raiders back. And you want to play very defensively and creep all the camps that are the very nearest to your own base. Try to focus down one enemy unit at a time. And you can send a wolf to their base to see, hey, what are you actually getting? Now we have headhunters for anti-air. Most importantly, hey, thank you very much.
Malgani's role
Requester 20, sorry.
Ghouls, necromancers, abominations,
Maybe I'll do it for Halloween.
Green color if possible.
For Instagram. Okay, go to tier 3 at 40 food. Get your shaman upgrades. And it is in fact raiders. Okay. The important thing to remember is that against raiders, you have no reason to leave your base. Raiders prey on the weak. You can't just stay at home, and I'm showing it here as a concept. Headhunters really benefit from ranged attack upgrades. The good thing to know about raiders is they are so bad at creeping. They have low damage, low armor. They rely on you starting a camp and then creep jacking you. So as soon as you see... Okay, now he's actually creeping. But look, he only got 2 mud golems. So even now, don't get yourself baited. We really don't have to go out unless he fully commits to a camp. And you know what? Screw it. Let him get the camp. I'll go somewhere else. I'm really trying to prove something here. That you do not need to engage them. You do not want to engage them. You want to be where they are not. Because you have a much stronger late game. Do I want to creep jack him there? Yeah, I feel like I want to. But let's not. Let's actually not do it. Because the whole point is the concept. Endurance Aura. We're gonna give attack speed items to Farseer, Invul on TC, and heal scroll if possible as well. See, now we see he's coming for me. So, luckily, we're gonna go back home. We're gonna get spikes level 2, which is even more important than fortified defenses against raiders. I think he's gonna go for a Zeppelin, maybe? You see, with Purge you actually have a lot of catch power. Alright, we're gonna remake our shop. Yeah, raiders deal bonus damage to buildings, but the cool thing is spiked barricades They do percentage damage return. But once you get to tier 3, Berserker upgrade and Bloodlust. And if you want, you can get Shadow Third and get Healing Wave, but I think it's hard to micro for beginners. So it's better just to get another Headhunter and a Shaman eventually. So we just queue that up. We have Spikes level 2, and Spikes level 2 practically means you are allowed to leave your base and let the raiders do whatever they want. Make sure you're not wanting for lumber peons. Sometimes you can lose peons. Make sure you have enough of those. Get all your lumber peons, put them in a control group, put them on auto repair with right click on the repair, and just take creeps relatively near your base. Get burrow capacity expanded. Heal scroll on your Farseer if possible. And the armor upgrade is also fine, especially against raiders. Now, when the fight begins, you're gonna press B for Berserk, keeping in mind that you will attack faster but take more damage. So the pro way to do it is say, take all these Headhunters, make them deal more, but the ones in front, you don't. But the easy way is just to activate all of them. We are going to get fortified defenses now. We're going to get a Torrent Totem, which is our transition late game. You can always add torrents. They're a bit lumber expensive, so I tend not to rush them out in the beginner build. You can autocast Bloodlust, but I recommend you turn it off for one of them, so that you always have Purge. So I've got 3 on autocast and 1 doesn't. Then you can still have Purge and Lightning Shield. Now this is an attack where you can see I still have a lot of money. That means in theory you should not want to go all in here. You're attacking in order to disable a future tech route or to kill some units or whatever. So let's say we kill this totem and then we TP out and then we fall back on full units. That would be one way to do it. Another thing you can do is you can start producing at home now, getting more burrows. You fight, you kill what you can. And then if you can kill 1 burrow, that means they cannot produce new units. Try to use as few important consumables as possible. Now we start a Torrent. And let's say we just TP out now, right? We turn off autocast Bloodlust after every town portal. So, if you are ahead, you can buy a tiny Great Hall and expand. Take 5 of your lumber peons and expand. But never do that after you kill a burrow and TP out. Because you've made sure that they cannot produce units. So what should they do? They should attack you because their army is going to be bottlenecked for a bit. It's usually best to get several torrents before upgrading Pulverize. Getting Pulverize early is kind of greedy. So we still have heal protection, we have a torrent, we have another torrent coming. Let's go for the Hail Mary. We bottlenecked his production by killing a burrow and removing his totem. So we then maxed to 70 rather than expanding. And that should give us a really strong attack. It's good to know where he is so he can't flank us. You just kind of send wolves around. Turn on Bloodlust autocast for everyone except 1. Turn on Berserk. Yeah, it's an armor upgrade. Nice. Get pulverized if you remember.
How can I help? Yes, Lord.
And you can also build a shop in his base.
Yes. What you want me to play?
He's doing a big red spot. Kill the shop.
What you want me gone?
Can get more attack upgrades. One cool thing you can do is summon wolves, bloodlust them, put them in peon line, and then fight. We're gonna protection scroll, speed scroll, and then we're gonna go for his hero. And you look at the wolves, and you say, hey, did you do something cool? That you did. You killed 2 peons. Good job.
Greetings, friend.
Hey, Poprox, thank you for the 23 months, 1 year, and you've got a cookie, I think. No. A cheese. 1 month, and you got a cheese.